This series by the International English Academy focuses on critical listening and the mechanics of clear thought. We have entered an era where an individual can spout total nonsense and still be celebrated, provided they deliver it with absolute confidence. Our culture rewards the exterior polish of a performance, while often ignoring the substance of the message. This creates a silencing effect on those with deep knowledge. Many stay quiet because they worry their lack of a specific style or fluency makes their insights less valuable. The obsession with the exterior reaches beyond communication. It drives the urge to job hop, to escape stress, and treats relationships like transactions. Most self-improvement efforts focus on these outer layers. We endlessly refine the presentation of our lives, while the internal core, the place our decisions actually come from, remains vacant. When we prioritize the shell over the center, we commit to a cycle of constant anxiety and internal emptiness. Every word has a psychological source, a center. Understanding our communication requires identifying this center. If driven by ego, even flawless vocabulary becomes toxic, masking a lack of clarity. But communication rooted in deep clarity retains its power, even if you hesitate or stammer. Authentic communication allows the underlying substance to dictate the external style, rather than forcing the substance to fit a pre-packaged performance. This distinguishes the two primary motives for speaking: using words to dominate a listener through personality, or using words to illuminate a truth for their benefit. Public speaking confidence rests on the strength of the core substance, independent of how polished or imposing the speaker appears. This inside-out perspective applies directly to our careers, specifically the instinct to run away when a job becomes stressful or inconvenient. We often fall into the trap of believing a new company, title, or a fresh set of coworkers will provide the peace we're missing. However, peace is not a quality inherent in a task. Work cannot grant peace to the person performing it. If our internal center remains chaotic, we will likely choose the same stressors in every new environment. The job title changes, but the internal experience remains the same. A sustainable career requires a worker to cultivate internal clarity first, and then use that clarity to choose work that aligns with their understanding. We also prioritize the exterior in our relationships, particularly through the pressure to be useful in a social or professional hierarchy. The philosopher Chuang-Tzu observed that conventional usefulness often becomes a form of enslavement to the needs of others. This happens when usefulness is purely transactional, serving others only expecting them to serve us in return. This mechanical exchange constricts our lives, trapping us in constant expectations. A different kind of usefulness exists when the action is performed for the sake of truth rather than a payout. A figure like a Buddha is immensely useful to the whole, acting from a place of wisdom that never depends on a returned favor. Usefulness rooted in this center allows for service to the truth, removing the fear of being trapped by the needs of an individual. Across speech, work, and relationships, the pattern is the same. The value of a life flows from the inside out. We can stop prioritizing superficial presentation, hiding accents, fearing moments of hesitation, or forcing an impressive physical presence. We can also let go of the idea that the next job title or networking connection will resolve our internal anxieties. Identifying the internal center and developing clarity there allows our external choices to align with a deeper understanding. When the internal substance is settled, the external expression finds its own natural form.